We spend so much time talking about how to make money, how to save it, how to invest it. But how often do we actually stop and talk about how money makes us feel? For so many of us, money isn't just about spreadsheets and numbers. It's this constant source of stress, of anxiety. So today, we're going to talk about breaking free from that feeling of being trapped. This quote from Lewis Howes just says it all, doesn't it? I mean, think about that. $1 million in the bank, and he still didn't feel secure enough to get his own place. He was living in a mindset of scarcity, absolutely terrified of spending what he had. It's the perfect proof that financial freedom has almost nothing to do with the actual number in your bank account. So let me ask you that question directly, and be really honest with yourself here. How do you feel about your money? When you think about your finances, is the first feeling that comes up one of freedom, of ease, or is it that little knot in your stomach? Do you feel abundant, or is there this constant whisper of not enough? Because really, that's where all the change starts. This feeling, this trap, actually has a name: the money prison. It's this emotional jail cell where you're shackled by financial anxiety. And it doesn't matter how much you earn, you can still be in there, unable to enjoy what you have. In this explainer, we're going to talk about the keys to unlocking that door. Okay, so step one is all about gaining awareness. You can't fix a problem you don't know you have, right? The very first key is to just start noticing your emotions around money. And this is the important part, without judging yourself for them. Let's do a little check-in right now. Think about the last time you got paid. That direct deposit hits your account or you get a check. What is that immediate gut feeling? Is it pure joy, a sense of relief, or is it instantly followed by the thought, okay, great, but how much of this is already spoken for? Now let's flip it. A big bill comes due. You have to log in and send that money out. What does that feel like? Is it just a neutral transaction? Or does it kind of hurt, like you're losing something important? Maybe your chest gets a little tight. Just notice it. Look, there are no right or wrong answers here. The only goal is to observe. Are you feeling anxious, scarce? Maybe you actually feel abundant and relaxed. That's amazing. Or maybe you're just plain stressed. Just putting a name to that feeling is a massive first step. It gives you something real to work with. All right, so you've identified the what you're feeling. Now we get to step two, uncover your story. Because those feelings, they aren't random. They are the direct result of a script that's been running in the back of your mind for years. It's time to figure out what that script says. Your money story is basically your financial programming. It's built from all the things you saw and heard about money when you were a kid. Did your parents argue about bills at the kitchen table? Did they talk about money like it was this stressful, scarce thing? Or was it a tool for creating opportunities? Those early lessons have a huge impact on how we handle money today. Do any of these sound familiar? These are super common beliefs that can totally sabotage us without us even realizing it. I mean, if you deep down believe that rich people are bad, you might unconsciously stop yourself from ever becoming wealthy because you don't want to be a bad person. If you believe you'll only ever have just enough, well, chances are you'll keep creating situations where that's exactly true. This is such a brilliant example. Jay Shetty shared that this was the story he grew up with. Anytime his family saw someone who was successful, the immediate assumption was, oh, they must be doing something shady. Can you imagine the internal conflict that created for him when he started to become successful himself? He had to fight this belief that making money was somehow wrong. Okay, on to step three. You've got your awareness, you're starting to understand your story, and now we get to the most powerful key of all. And I'll warn you, this one is going to sound completely backwards. The fastest way out of the money prison is through generosity. This right here is the game-changing shift in your thinking. When we feel that sense of scarcity, our default mode is helplessness. We feel like we have nothing, so we can do nothing. The most powerful move you can make is to flip that script to helpfulness. To stop thinking, I have nothing, and start asking, how can I help? What can I offer with what I do have? It's really the difference between a closed fist and an open hand. The scarcity mindset says, I have nothing, so I need to grab and take and hoard. The abundance mindset, the helpfulness mindset says, I may not have much, but how can I give? How can I create value? And what's amazing is that when you focus on creating value, opportunity just seems to find you. And let's be super clear, this is not about giving away money you don't have. Generosity is so much bigger than that. When Jay Shetty was just starting out, he had no money, no big platform, but he found a way to be generous. He partnered with NASDAQ and offered people a chance to be interviewed and get on a billboard in Times Square. That was insanely valuable to them, and it cost him nothing but his time and his creativity. Here's a brilliant everyday example of this. Studies on tipping found that waiters who did these three simple things, tiny acts of generous connection, dramatically increased their tips. It wasn't about working harder, it was about bringing a different energy, an energy of helpfulness, of care. That's the shift. So, when you bring all this together, the awareness, understanding your own story, and then actively choosing generosity, you can literally build a whole new relationship with money. We're not just talking about changing your bank balance, we're talking about changing your whole life. This is the new goal. We have to redefine abundance. It's not a net worth, it's not a number, it's a state of being. It's the emotional freedom from that constant anxiety. It's the richness you feel when you know deep down that you can create value for people no matter what. That is real wealth. Okay, I've got one last really powerful exercise for you. I want you to personify money. Just for a minute, imagine money as a person. Now, based on how you normally act and think about it, would that person want to be in a relationship with you? Do you treat them with respect? Do you only call when you need something? Or do you ignore them until you're in trouble? This was an answer someone actually gave Lewis Howes, and it's just so brutally honest. And if we're being real, it's how a lot of us secretly treat money. We stress about it, we talk badly about it, we use it, and then we pretend it doesn't exist. If you treated a friend that way, of course they wouldn't want to hang around you. So I'll just leave you with this final thought to chew on. If that person, money, walked into your room right now, what would you do? Would you hide from them? Would you yell at them and demand things from them? Or would you welcome them in, offer them a seat, and start building a healthy, respectful relationship? Your answer to that question tells you everything you need to know.
Thanks for watching. If this helped you, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and tap the bell to get notified when we post new ones.